Your calculator functions class is more useful now, but it would be easier to use if it didn't store the results of calculations in the result property. In this lesson, you'll convert your mathematical methods so that they return results by themselves without needing to use properties. To begin, open the My Project sample file from your Sample Files folder. And open calculatorfunctions.cs. Now remove the result property. Since the methods are going to return values by themselves, you won't need the result property to store results anymore. Errors appear when you do this, but you'll fix the errors in the course of this lesson. In C#, the code for creating methods that return values is almost exactly the same as the code for methods that don't return a value. Visual Basic, however, has a clear distinction between the two. Methods that return a value are called functions in Visual Basic. In C#, methods are usually referred to as methods regardless of whether they return a value or not. This information is provided because you might hear some developers use the word function when they return to a method that returns a value. Now let's make the add method return a value. Change public void add to public double add. This tells C# that the method will return a double value. Void is used for methods that don't return a value. Now change the line inside the add method from result equals first number plus second number to return first number plus second number. The return keyword tells the method to return its value. Note that the return line will always end the method, so any code placed after this line will never run. Now modify the subtract, multiply, and divide methods in the same way so that they all return a double value. You will need to change how you call the add method to account for the fact that it now returns a value. Open the code behind file of calculator.aspx, and you can see that some of your code is marked with a red underline because it is no longer valid. Change the functions.add line to double result equals functions.add first number second number. This code stores the value returned by the add method in a new double variable called result. Now change the line that sets the label result.text property to label result.text equals result.toString. This code uses the result variable that you created on the previous line instead of the property of the functions class that you used in lesson 6.6. Now view the page in your browser, fill in the two boxes with numbers, and click Calculate. The calculation works correctly, and the result is retrieved from your method. Your calculation methods now work in the best possible way. Using arguments and return values in this way prevents any confusion that might arise from the values of properties being set by other processes. You might be wondering why returning a value from your methods is better than setting a property, as you did in earlier lessons. In this case, it's undoubtedly better because it eliminates potential errors. Previously, there was no way of knowing which calculation had produced the result found in the result variable. There's nothing stopping you from taking whichever approach you think is best for whatever you're trying to achieve. But it is generally best to return values from methods using the return keyword. Close your web browser now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 6-7. Create methods that return a value.